Shalom Aleichem, welcome back to Shidduch Talk. Today is Tu B'Av, so we'd like to discuss something about Shidduchim a little bit. It's going to be a little shorter. So, there's a few things that happen on Tu B'Av. One of them is the Mishnah in Tainus, that it says that Lo Yahidum Toivim Yisrael like Tu B'Av, because they used to have some kind of process that the girls would go into the fields, and people would find shidduchim there. Again, we don't understand exactly how it was, but it was something done for the shidduchim. Then another thing was done was that the shvatim hutru zelzeh, that they were allowed to marry into each other, because it used to be that each shevet only married each shevet. And on Tu B'Av, that was switched. There's another thing that happened on Tu B'Av, was that the Harugei Beitar, which was a huge city that was destroyed a couple years after the Churban, and their bodies were all dispersed all over the fields. And on Tu B'Av, it was Hutra that they were they got buried. Now in benching, we make Hatreva Meitiv, which is every day, that to remember this big nace that they all got buried. So last time Rusa just said a small ha'ara that it's something that we make a bracha every day to remember that nace. So he said that that it was after the Churban, and it looked like Hashem was totally miyayish on Klal Yisrael. And then Beitar, which was the last stronghold of all the yeshivas, they also got destroyed in Gansen, totally. Then, a couple years later, when all the bodies were still whole and they all got buried, everyone saw that Hashem still holds Klal Yisrael dear, and it's not like Hashem just destroyed Klal Yisrael forever. So therefore, to remember that part, that Hashem's still always holding on to the Yidden, so we make Hatayva Meitiv. Similar to Hanukkah, that the Pach was also, Hashem showed that he's still, that there's always a Gilui, even in the Nister, even when it's dark, there's always some light. So everyone knows the Chazon Ish, that the Chazon Ish says that today that you see the most Yad Hashem in Shidduchim. That you see so many nisim and what someone was looking for and how everything ends up working out. So you see that special that even in the Golas, where we don't have the Shekhinah, so the little bit that we see is in Shidduchim. So I want to just make that small two things together. The Harugei Beitar, that you see still the some Gilui, similar to Shidduchim. I want to say a Meshech Chachma that I enjoy very much. It's a small piece. So we're going to read the Meshech Chachma. So everyone knows the story of Eliezer. He said a whole tefillah, and he said that if a girl comes out, then she's going to offer water. And then as soon as he finished it, it says Rivka came out, Bekada ala Shechma. She had the jug of water on her shoulders, and the whole story ended up perfect. He asked for a very specific thing in his tefillah, and then right away, that all came to bear right away, and Rivka came out, and it matched his whole tefillah. So you can look at it as an unbelievable story, that it was the perfect story. You asked her something very specific, and right away you got it. The Meshech Chachma says a little different. I'm going to read you a little bit the words, but I'm going to try to explain it outside. So it says, the pasuk says, Vayihi, behold him, which is Eliezer, Terem, still, Kilo Ladaber, before he finished talking, Vihine Rivka Yotzas. And Rivka already started coming out before he finished his tefillah. So now, in the wording, there's a little problem. The Meshech Chachma says, instead of saying, Vayihi hu terem kilo Ladaber, it should say, Vayihi terem kilo hu Ladaber. So he says that the hu is in the wrong place. So he says like this. He says that everyone thinks that Eliezer asked for a very specific girl, and then all of a sudden, right away, that girl came. Meshech Chachma says no, that since the who is in the wrong place, he wants to say it's the exact opposite. That really, Rivka was coming out with the water on her shoulder, and the whole story. Therefore, Hashem put in his head to request that. That means she was the cause, not that he was the cause. So Hashem put in Eliezer's head a request that matched Rivka because she came out with those details. So in short, if let's say a guy says, I want a girl that wears a yellow dress. 5 minutes later, Shadchan meets a girl with a yellow dress. So what really happened? Is it like an unbelievable story that you asked for a girl with a yellow dress and then she came? Or the reason why you asked for a yellow dress was because that's how the shidduch is going to come about. So the Mesoiviv and the Soiv, the cause, was the opposite. Now, this is the Mashchalach was learning the opposite of everyone else, that the whole request came because that's how she was coming. I can't say every single shidduch that's how it is, but the Mashchalach was for sure telling us that you see the Yad Hashem in such a deeper way that even what you're asking for is because that's what you're getting. So I think that would be the lesson for today. So, B'schus Tu B'Av, which is a day that has to do with Shidduchim, probably Tefillah also works. We give a bracha that everyone should be able to find their Shidduch right away, easily, and it should bring the Geulah Shleima. Thank you.